Eurobox presents The Adventures of Beatrice and Risky, written by Reid. The Adventures of Beatrice and Risky is a delightful children's book that celebrates curiosity, play, and the joy of friendship. Through colorful characters like Beatrice, Risky, SPIC, Span, and even WALLACE the talking wheelbarrow, young readers are invited into a world where imagination takes flight and every day brings a new discovery. This is the second chapter of a series, and for the second time, we're glad to welcome the author to our program Conoscere TV. Hi, Rick. Welcome back, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and effort. Thank you.
So, in this second volume, how did you want to expand or evolve the adventures of Beatrice and Risky compared to the first book?
Well, true. The learnings are great from the first one. Overall, I must just explain, I wanted to, with the two books in one, which was a suggestion from Europe Books, I wanted the first story to be about Beatrice and Risky in their yard and visiting, and when creatures visit them, and they learn things from these creatures. The second book, or second part, is more fantasy, I should say. It's where in this book, they meet a magical wheelbarrow that takes them on a ride.
Exactly. The book features playful creatures, surprising friends like WALLACE the wheelbarrow. How do you choose which characters to introduce to your readers? How do you create new characters?
Well, I suppose just briefly, I would say that we've established that Risky is very, stern and doesn't like to do different things, whereas Beatrice is very inquisitive and likes to do different things. So the characters that they meet, I want to be exciting and teach them something, like Spick and Span teaches them how to play leapfrog. WALLACE takes them on a wonderful journey through forests and up hills and things, and actually out on the water as well.
Many of the adventures focus on simple games, shared fun. What message do you hope children will take away from these stories?
That's a good question. I suppose you mentioned it in your opening, that the friendship thing is very important. And the fact that they're two different kind of characters, Beatrice and Risky, and their friendship is kind of special. They approach things differently, but they're good friends. And of course, the creatures they meet become friends, and they learn things from them, and they find out that their world is quite different. Frogs, they don't drink water through the mouth, they drink it through their skin, things like that,
You also mentioned that there are many more adventures to come.
Oh,
so
yes.
Can you give us a hint about what Beatrice and Risky might discover next?
Well, that's true. I've probably written about 30 or 40 books, I suppose you could call. And so there's different ones. There is one that I'm hoping, well, if things prove to be fortuitous, is the introduction of when they visit the Blue Witch. Now, the Blue Witch is a very, very good witch, and she lives in a big mansion, and she grows herbs and things like that. And that would be sort of, it's more like them meeting friends. The second part, I'm not quite sure yet, but it might be Billy the Bouncing Ball, and who teaches them how to play football and things like that. So I like to, as I say, first one, meet friends. Second book, a bit more fanciful with magic in it.
Anytime I read one of your books, I have this sensation to go back on time. I feel a child, actually. What is the message that you hope your readers will take away from your stories?
Well, yes, I'm very sensitive about that, because I loved books when I was a child, and I loved particularly the pictures, and in these books, the pictures are probably 80% of the book. I want them to learn how friendship and tolerance is very good. When they meet somebody new, they probably don't understand them at first, but through just tolerating that actually and growing the friendship, they become very, very good friends. And I think that's a good human value to sort of pass on, even if it's dealing with strange talking wheelbarrows. But I think that's definitely something that I would like them to take on board. Also, if I'm going on a slightly different topic, but I like to put a bit of interactive things in the books as well. I'm learning that is a good thing to do. So, you know, I won't go into the details of it, but yes, I think you know what I mean.
Thank you, Rick. Of course, I know what you mean. And all the readers also know that now. So we wish you best luck with your book, and thank you again for your time.
Well, thank you so much, Ginevra. I really appreciate your efforts and all the people at Europe Books. They've been quite wonderful. Thank you.
This is a story designed to light up children's faces with wonder, encouraging them to laugh, learn, and join Beatrice and Risky on their many journeys. Perfect for shared family reading, this book is a treasure for children who love to dream. The Adventures of Beatrice and Risky, second volume, written by Reid, is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.